completed the third chapter. Today I will start the fourth chapter, that is the animal kingdom. You remember that R.H. Whitaker has given the five kingdom classification. In the second chapter, we have done Monera, Protista, and Fungi. For Plantae, we are having a dedicated third chapter, and for the last kingdom, that is animal kingdom, that is we are having the fourth chapter, that is totally dedicated for the animal. You know that biologists have described and named approximately 1.4 million living organisms that is present on Earth. Out of these, approximately 1 million are animals. तो मैक्सिमम जो है वो क्या है एनिमल्स हैं एंड दीज एनिमल्स डिफर फ्रॉम ईच अदर इन देयर बॉडी प्लान few animals have been described in this kingdom based on their similarities and dissimilarities with each other. So what is an animal? That question comes in your mind. So we know that plant cell, animal cell हमने पढ़ा था. So animals are multicellular and heterotrophic organism without cell wall and chlorophyll. These are the characteristic features of an animal. ठीक है, animals are multicellular क्योंकि यूनिस जो and definitely we are eukaryotes. Okay, so these are the animals are multicellular, heterotrophic. You know that the difference between the autotrophic and heterotrophic, like plants are the autotroph, we are the heterotroph. We cannot make our food ourselves. We are dependent on others, either saprotrophic or parasitic, with cell wall, without cell wall and chlorophyll. Now the major phyla of animal kingdom, just like in Plantae, we have started from the algae, then by bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm, angiosperm. Here, the lower animal that start from the porifera, Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, arthropods, mollusks, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and then finally the Chordata. So these are the 11 major phyla of the kingdom Animalia. Classification, because we have studied the basis of classification of algae, what are the classification basis of fungi, Plantae. So on what level we are classified, that level of organization, कैसी organization है, cellular है, tissue level है या फिर organ है या organ system level है, body symmetry कैसी है, radial है, asymmetry है, bilateral है, germinal layer कैसी है, diploblastic है, triploblastic है, coelom कैसी है, like they are pseudocoelomate or acoelomate or coelomate. मेटामेराइजेशन सेगमेंटेशन है बॉडी के अंदर नहीं, मेटामेरिक है कि स्यूडोमेरिक मेटामेरिज्म है, नोटोकोड इज प्रेजेंट और नॉट. These are the basis of classification of the animals. Now what is the meaning of level of organization में, based on the organization of cell, animals are grouped into 4 levels. Animals को 4 level पे इन्होंने all members of the kingdom Animalia, you know that they are the multicellular heterotrophic and they do not exhibit the same pattern of organization of cell. The cells in their body are of several types and they are organized into many functional units of progressively increasing when we start from porifera to like last one that they increase the complexity. The animal body shows the 4 basic plan of structure organization. The first is the cellular level of organization. In this level, the body shows some division of labor among cells. बहुत कम है. They are remarkably independent and can change their form and function. It is found in sponges. The body consists of many cells arranged as loose cell aggregates, but the cells do not form tissue. Rather, each cell functionally active independently. Example is Hydra. So Hydra is a animal. Okay. Second is the tissue level of organization. We will discuss one by one. In the cellular level of organization, the cells are arranged as loose cell aggregates, I told you, and they are remarkably independent and can change their function, form and function. The body shows only some amount of division of labor. The tissue level of organization, that is the cells performing the same function, are arranged into the tissues. That's also definition of tissue. जो cells अगर मिलके same function करती हैं तो उसे हम tissue कहते हैं. तो tissue level of organization इसे हम बोलते हैं. Example is in the coelenterate. ये टिश्यू लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आपको coelenterate में मिलेगी एंड द अरेंजमेंट ऑफ सेल्स इज मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स. Now the organ level of organization. Just wait, I think there is some problem. In the organ level of organization, the tissues are arranged into organs. That is in the platyhelminthes and other higher phyla. The tissues are grouped together to form organs, and each specialized for a particular function. The organ level of organization is present in the from platyhelminthes to the chordates, and the organ system level of organization, that is also, it is animals like annelids, arthropods, mollusks, echinoderms, and chordates. They are having organ are associated to form functional system. Each system concerned with a specific physiological function. This is called organ system level of organization. Organ system is different groups of animals exhibit various pattern of complexities. Just like the digestive system in platyhelminths has a only single opening to the outside of the body and serve as a both mouth and anus is thus called incomplete. But the complete digestive system is which is having the two opening, that is mouth for inhaling, that for ingestion, and anus for egestion. So, so we are having organ system level of organization because just like we are having respiratory system or digestive system. Okay. So another example of the two types of circulatory system, like one type of circulatory system in the blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells and tissue are directly bathed into the blood. That is open circulatory system. And the closed type, that blood, that is in our case, it is closed system. The blood is circulated throughout a network of blood vessels of varying diameters and tissue remain in touch with it. And the level of organization, organ system of different animals show complexities. Like digestive system is two types, I told you. Circulatory system is again of two types. And the next is symmetry. You can see what is the meaning of symmetry. The symmetry refers to the arrangement of parts on an opposite side of the body of a three-dimensional animal. It is an arrangement of similar body parts on two sides of main axis of the body. देखो सिमिट्री कौन सी है आपके अंदर, या तो एसिमिट्री हो या फिर सिमिट्रिक या फिर सिमिट्रिकल, या तो सिमिट्री नहीं है या फिर सिमिट्री है. अगर सिमिट्री है तो कौन सी है, आइदर रेडियल और बाइलेटरल. जैसे हमारे में कौन सी है, बाइलेटरल सिमिट्री है. हम अपनी बॉडी को सिर्फ एक प्लेन से अगर कट करें तो वो दो इक्वल पार्ट्स में डिवाइड हो जाएगी, सिर्फ एक ही प्लेन से. तो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर बाइलेटरल. रेडियल को आप किसी भी प्लेन से कट करोगे, जैसे बॉल है, बॉल को आप कैसे भी कट कर लो, ठीक है, तो वो एसिमेट्रिकल. द बॉडी कैन नॉट बी डिवाइडेड इनटू टू सिमिलर पार्ट्स. जैसे पॉरीफेरेंस है, स्नेल्स है, तो वहां पे क्या है, देयर इज एसिमेट्रिकल. सिमेट्रिकल बॉडी कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू टू सिमिलर पार्ट्स. इसमें भी क्या है, देयर आर टू टाइप्स, वन इज रेडियल एंड अदर इज बाइलेटरल. अब आप यहाँ एग्जांपल देख रहे हो, रेडियल सिमेट्री में जैसे राउंड वाली जो चीजें हैं, Here the body are divided into two equal half by any vertical plane along central axis of the body. सेंट्रल एक्सिस के थ्रू अगर हम कोई भी वर्टिकल प्लेन से अगर कट करें बॉडी को, तो हम इट कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू टू इक्वल हाफ बाय एनी वर्टिकल प्लेन. एग्जांपल पॉरीफेरंस, सम पॉरीफेरंस, निडेरियंस, स्टीनोफोरस एंड इकाइनोडर्म्स. ठीक है. और बायलेटरल क्या है? हियर द बॉडी इज डिवाइडेड इनटू राइट एंड लेफ्ट हाफ इन ओनली वन प्लेन. इन ओनली वन प्लेन. दैट्स द डिफरेंस. लाइक प्लेटीहेलमिन्थेस टू कॉर्डेटा एक्सेप्ट एडल्ट इकाइनोडर्मेटा. ठीक है. वहां पे फर्क है. जो इकाइनोडर्म्स है उसमें एडल्ट में रेडियल सिमेट्री है और जो दूसरे हैं उसमें बायलेटरल सिमेट्री है. we'll see this is a difference. Now symmetries of two types. Radial symmetry, here the body can be divided into two equal halves by any plane along central axis. Some poriference that I told you. Bilateral symmetry हमारे में कौन सी है? bilateral. अब एक और important चीज है. The body of bilateral symmetry animals has a dorsal side. See, जो हमारी वर्टिबल कॉलम वाली साइड है, जैसे हम बोलते हैं पीठ वाली साइड जो होगी वो हमारी डॉर्सल साइड है. वेंट्रल साइड हमारी होगी जिधर हमारे लंग्स हैं, हार्ट है, रिब्स हैं. दैट इज आवर वेंट्रल साइड. लेफ्ट एंड राइट जो हमारे लेटरल साइड्स हैं. ठीक है. साइड में जो डॉर्सल और वेंट्रल की साइड्स हैं उनको हम बोलते हैं लेटरल साइड्स. और एंटीरियर को हम बोलते हैं माउथ वाली, दैट इज सेफेलिक साइड. और पोस्टीरियर होगा हमारा एनल और टेल साइड. तो दिस इज अ demarcation used for bilateral symmetrical animal, like the dorsal, ventral, lateral, anterior, posterior. Now on the basis of germ layers, we are divided into the two like diploblastic and triploblastic. Germ layers are the group of cells behaving as a unit during early stages of embryonic development. हमको पता है there are three layers, ecto, meso, endo. And these germ layers differentiate to give rise to all the tissue organ of the fully formed body of individuals. On the basis of germ layers, the animals are classified into two. The diploblastic, in which the animals, the cells are arranged in two embryonic layers, the external ectoderm and an internal endoderm. It is called diploblastic animal. In addition, an undifferentiated layer like mesoglia is present in between the ectoderm and endoderm. Okay, the examples are coelentrates, that is Cnidaria, Stenophora, and the triploblastic, they are having the ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm, and all the organs they are present from the. क्योंकि हमने पता है जब जाइगोट से जब एम्ब्रियो बनता है तो तीन लेयर्स होती हैं. तो तीनों लेयर से बॉडी के अलग अलग ऑर्गन्स बनते हैं. जैसे ब्रेन एक्टोडर्म से है, स्किन एक्टोडर्म से है, आपका जो हार्ट दैट इज मेसोडर्म, सब चीजें अलग अलग से बनती हैं. तो ऑल एनिमल्स फॉर्म फाइलम प्लेटीहेलमिन्थेस टू फाइलम कॉर्डेटा, दे आर ट्रिप्लोब्लास्टिक. अगेन द सीलोम, दैट इज अ बॉडी कैविटी. द बॉडी कैविटी मीन्स दैट द बॉडी वॉल एंड द गट वॉल. जो बॉडी कैविटी है उसको बीच की जगह है, बॉडी वॉल और गट वॉल के जो बीच की जगह है उसको हम बोलते हैं बॉडी कैविटी, which is lined by the mesoderm, is called coelom. The presence or absence of coelom is very important in classification. अगर coelom नहीं है तो acoelomate. अगर it is body cavity is not lined by the mesoderm and the mesoderm is present a scattered pouch in between the ectoderm and endoderm, so such a body cavity is called pseudocoelomate. Example as Scalmanthus. And the coelomate, they are true coelom. They are arises from the mesoderm and it is therefore lined by the mesodermal tissue, externally by parietal peritoneum and internally by visceral peritoneum. And coelom separates the muscle of gut and body wall. So these are three types of animal. We use the term acoelomate, pseudocoelomate, or false coelom or true coelom. Okay. So these are the characteristic features. That space between body wall and digestive cavity is filled with the matrix. The that is parenchyma, porifera to platyhelminthes, and the pseudocoelomate, the body cavity is not lined by the mesoderm. It is present scattered. You can see the diagram also. Okay, that is pseudocoelomate. That reddish color is shown by the uh, scattered mesoderm, and here is three derms. You can see clearly. Okay, these rounded structure just shown that as a scattered mesoderm. Okay, uh, as you can see in the diagram more clearly, the acoelomate where they don't have the cavity. Pseudocoelomate, the cavity is not lined by the mesoderm, and the coelomate, that is coelom is lined by the peritoneal layer and filled with the coelomic fluid. Now, the function of coelom, it accommodates visceral organs. The coelomic fluid reduces friction between visceral organs, and it acts as a shock absorber. Okay, so gut wall और बॉडी वॉल के जो बीच की जगह है उसको हम बोलते हैं सीलोम. सीलोम एक तरह से बॉडी कैविटी है, मतलब एक पाइप के अंदर जैसे दूसरा पाइप हो और उसके की जगह उसको सीलोम कह दिया. ठीक है बेटा. अब नेक्स्ट बेसिस ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन हो गया मेटामेरिज्म और सेगमेंटेशन. In some animals, the body is externally and internally divided into segments with the serial repetition of at least some organs. It is of two type, metameric segmentation and pseudo-metamerism. So, in the segmentation that simultaneously divides body both externally and internally is called metamerization or metameric segmentation. This kind of segmentation is found in annelids, arthropods, and chordates. ठीक है बेटा, ये सेगमेंटेड बॉडी इनकी आपको दिख रहे हैं, सीधा सेगमेंट. And the next point is whether they are having notochord. The notochord is a mesodermally derived supporting rod formed on the dorsal side during embryonic development in some animals. See the notochord that is in the shown by the this red color, pink color. Animals with notochords are called chordates, and those without notochord are called non-chordates. You all know that we are chordates. Okay, जिनमें नोटोकोड है उनको कॉर्डेट्स कहते हैं, जिनमें नोटोकोड नहीं है उसे नोटोकोड नॉन कॉर्डेट्स कहते हैं. जैसे पॉरीफेरा से इकाइनोडर्म्स नॉन कॉर्डेट्स हैं और उसके बाद वाले कॉर्डेट्स हैं. So these are the overall image of porifera to chordata. The level of organization, germ layers, symmetry और coelom. तो जितना स्टार्टिंग से लाइक पोरिफेरा पहले सेलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, फिर टिश्यू हुई, फिर जैसे कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बढ़ी ऑर्गन लेवल हुई, फिर ऑर्गन सिस्टम लेवल हुई, फिर ऑर्गन सिस्टम लेवल तो सबसे हाईएस्ट है. जर्म लेयर्स में मोनोब्लास्टिक कोई नहीं है, डिप्लोब्लास्टिक से शुरू है, फिर ट्रिप्लोब्लास्टिक हैं सारे. पहले एसिमेट्री है पोरिफेरा में, कई ऐसे एक्सेप्शन है जहाँ रेडियल भी है, बट फाइनली बाद में सारे के सारे बायलेटरल सिमेट्री है. शुरू में एसिलोमेट है, फिर स्यूडोसिलोमेट है, देन फाइनली सिलोमेट. Then we move from the simple to complex form. Now the kingdom porifera. पोरिफेरस आप देख के लग रहा है कि इनकी बॉडी में पोर्स हैं. ठीक है, पोरिफेरा आपको देख के लग रहा है, इनका नाम ही जो है पोरिफेरा है. तो पोरिफेरस कैसे होते हैं? पोरिफेरा का मतलब है कि पोरस, दे आर हैविंग पोर्स. दे आर द first and the most primitive group of multicellular animal. First and most primitive group of multicellular animal. They are referred as poriferans, like pore-bearing animals. They are primitive multicellular and they are commonly called sponges. the general feature of porifera, like we uh, give the 14 11 categories, like what are the grade of organization, what is the body symmetry, what type of germ layers they are formed, what kind of phylum they are having, what are the habit and habitat, what type of digestive system, whether open or closed, complete or incomplete, sorry, respiratory system, circulatory, open or closed, reproduction कैसी है, unique feature and examples. Like these are the points when we discuss any phylum. So इनकी जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है वो सेलुलर लेवल ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. सिमेट्री मोस्टली ये सिमेट्रिकल है, सम आर रेडियल ऑल्सो. सिलोम एसिलोमेट है, जर्म लेयर इसमें कोई है नहीं बिकॉज दे आर सेलुलर. एंड हैबिट एंड दे आर मोस्टली एक्वाटिक, स्पेशली मैरीन, आइदर सेडेंट्री और कॉलोनियल. ठीक है. Some are found in ponds and lakes like Spongilla, and the study of poriferans is called parazoology. And they don't have tissue level of organization; they are having cell level of organization. The size of sponges ranges from 1 centimeter to 1 meter in length. Some of them have vase-like cylindrical shape, and majority have irregular shape. Symmetry mostly asymmetrical, but some are radial symmetry. Body wall is contain outer dermal layer and inner gastral layer. Digestive system is absent, and there is intracellular digestion inside the cells. Germ layer, you can say diploblastic. Body cavity, they have a spongocoel, and it opens to the outside by a terminal opening called osculum. They are having canal system. Respiratory system is absent. Digestive system is mostly absent. If it is there, then it is intra. Circulatory system is absent. Reproduction by asexual, either fragmentation and sexual. They are hermaphrodite. Both male and female sex organs are present in a internal fertilization होती है and development is indirect. Indirect का मतलब होता है कि जो हमारा जैसे ह्यूमंस के केस में क्या है, हमारा जो बेबी होता है उसकी जो शक्ल होती है या फिनोटिपिक कैरेक्टर्स होते हैं वो एडल्ट से मिलते हैं. इट लुक्स लाइक एडल्ट, तो इट इज डायरेक्ट डेवलपमेंट. और कईयों की बेच में जैसे लार्वल स्टेज होती है, मेटामॉर्फोसिस होती है, तो दैट इज इनडायरेक्ट डेवलपमेंट. सो इनके अंदर रेस्पिरेशन डिफ्यूजन से होती है, एंड डाइजेशन इज इंट्रासेलुलर. They lack sensory and nerve cells, so they are poor in response to stimuli. And sexual reproduction involves fusion of ova and spermatozoa. It is fertilization internal hai, and they are having in situ fertilization and mostly indirect with larval stages. Okay, so that is all about this porifera. And what are the unique features? They are having the water canal system. They have water enters through the millions of minute pores at ostia in the body wall into the central cavity, that is spongocoel, that you can see in the second diagram. That is inside view of this, and where it is goes out to the osculum. Canal system is used for food gathering, gas exchange, and removal of wastes, because they don't have excretory system, respiratory system, circulatory system. So they are having just only one canal. So spongocoel and canals are lined by the canocytes, that is collar cells. These are the unique features. Body is supported by spicules and spongin fibers. You can see the structure. The phylum Porifera, the examples, you can see that siphon, the Spongilla, and Spongia. Okay, these are the examples of. So if you see at a glance, it's cellular level of organization, mostly asymmetrical, aceromate, aquatic, digestive system absent, respiratory absent, circulatory absent, reproduction both sexual asexual, hermaphrodite, internal fertilization, food development is indirect, and unique feature is water canal system. Millions of ostia, spongocoel, and canals are lined with the canocytes. Body is supported by spicules and spongin fibers. Examples that is there. So, if you have any question, please ask. Yes, sir. Please allow them to ask a question. Yes, sir. Sir, please allow them. I think only 10 minutes left. Please allow the students to ask the questions. Hello? Hello?